And all you have to do is look at the most important indicators. I've been doing this for over 50 years, and they never lie to you. We're being sold a bill of goods. Now, it doesn't mean you don't buy stocks. Of course not. You follow the money. You don't follow the noise. You don't follow these dopes on these fake business news networks. Follow the money. And that's what we teach every day. Follow the money. So as long as they want to create this momentum to the upside, like these tech stocks, fine, ride them. We've been riding them since January, February, March of this year. Most of our stocks are up 30, 40%. As I said, we started to rotate over into some leisure stocks, airlines, and cruise lines. And our cruise lines now are up about 20, 30%. So it's not like we sit here and say, oh, the market's going to crash, we're not going to buy any stocks. Of course not. It takes time for markets to crash. But you got to see the indicators. You got to know the indicators when it is going to crash. And you know, you get all kinds of warnings from the stock market. You really do. You get messages from the market. But the fake business network don't want you to read the messages from the market. So, as I said, the recession, we were, in 2022, we had the two negative GDP back-to-back quarters. And as I said, since 1974, we accepted that. Biden wouldn't accept it. Oh, just because he wasn't accepting it, we all say, okay, there's no recession. And the four most leading indicators that tell you there's a recession are blinking red. And one is the yield curve. The yield curve is the most reliable indicator, but you never hear anybody talking about. That's flashing red. And it's been the widest yield curve. I mean, this yield curve has never been inverted this long. We've never seen it this long before. Our GDP. Are you kidding? What GDP? We have no GDP. We have no growth. We've gone from 2% down to 1.3% under this guy. We remember when Trump handed over the keys to the Oval Office, he gave him great earnings. He gave him an economic GDP growth of 6%. We're now at 1.3%. But back to these, we have weak industrial production, the weakest almost ever. Consumer, they keep talking how strong the consumer. I'm so sick of hearing that. The consumer, no, it's all debt. It's credit cards. It's all credit cards. That's how they're getting their spending. And when the credit cards run out, what do? They take their money out of their 401k. Then they cash the equity out of their home. They cash the equity out of their savings. But they don't tell you that. They just, oh, look how the consumer's spending. He's toast right now. So another indicator is one of the biggest indicators besides the yield curve is manufacturing. And manufacturing is tanking. We just got the Dallas Fed manufacturing numbers yesterday. 3-year low, 74-year low productivity. The productivity has been a record 5 quarters in a row. Lowest manufacturing in 14-year low. Record 21 factories closing every week. Weak employment figures, and boy, they just started to lay off. Now they say we have a strong labor market. I'm so sick of hearing how we have a strong labor market. You know what they consider a strong labor? It's like they changed when we had the back-to-back, the 2 quarters back-to-back negative, and they said, oh no, that's not a recession. Now they're changing the meaning of a strong labor market. A strong labor market always meant that your wages are stronger than inflation. Well, they changed that now too. They're considering a strong labor market how many jobs are available. What the hell? How many jobs that are available? For 20 years, 25 years, they considered a strong labor market was when your wages were higher than inflation. But soon as inflation became higher than our wages, they changed the meaning of strong. What are you, nuts? You also got to remember, in addition to the deficits, and remember, he spends more than we take in, and that's why we're not going to get a soft landing. Everyone says soft landing, there's not even going to be a landing. His addiction to deficits, which means he spends and spends much more money than we take in. He's dried up economic growth. Remember, economic GDP growth under Trump, 6.3%. Where are we now? Take the fourth quarter 2022, 2.6% compared to Trump's 6.3%. How about now, the first quarter 2023? 6.3%? He's at 1.3%. Are you kidding? Think about it. Inflation exploded when Trump was involved, went from 1.4%. Okay? I mean, he was at 1.4%. That was it. Inflation exploded, 1.4%. Now look where we are. We're going to 5%, 1.4 to 5%. We're going to have a soft landing. Earnings. We had the biggest drop in 2 years, the fourth quarter 2022. Soft landing. The first quarter 2023, we just got the numbers, 6.8%. That's the lowest since quarter two in 2021. Now remember, before Biden, there was the Obama. Remember Obama? He's the one that created QE. He's the one that created the zero rates, the cheap money. And he allowed Wall Street to get addicted to free money for 13 years. Stock buybacks, let this crazy speculation, malinvestment. It went on and on for 13 years. You got to be kidding me. There's always a payback. When you have cheap money, zero money, and there's always a paycheck. The clock comes back to 12. I don't care if you stomp on it, throw it in the river, the clock always comes back to 12. And we haven't had the payback yet, and we're heading towards it. And all this stuff they're doing is just stalling it. And if I were you, I'd be learning how to sell short. Sell short. Once you learn how to sell short, you could care less if this market goes down. And if you join our gang for 10 days, you get that free. And also, by the way, we're having a special webinar on June 24th. It's from noon to 3 o'clock. If you can't make it, it's archived for 2 solid weeks, only $80. And I'm telling you, it will help you as we go into this collapse.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the stock market is volatile, How do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works.
Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil. Phil Grandy and Phil's Gang presents the Life-Saving Financial Webinar. This webinar will guide and teach you how to understand the stock market and become an experienced investor. Learn from the experts on market trends and short and long-term investments. Join Phil Grandy, Steve Celeste, and Will Sharp Saturday, June 24th, noon to 3 p.m. Eastern. $80 pre-seminar archived for 2 weeks or $125 post-seminar to purchase the archive. Get more info at philsgang.com.
Remember now, if you can't make it June 24th, noon to 3, you got 2 weeks. It's archived, so you can watch it at your leisure. We limit to 80 people. And the reason we limit to 80 people is because more than that, we can't take all the questions that come in during that 2 weeks and still do the work we do around here. We get inundated, so we kept it to 80. But here's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to sort out the garbage, the noise. You're going to learn that if you just watch Winnebago, symbol, WGO, that's one of the best indicators as to what is the economy, what is the consumer doing, how strong. They get on there every day and they tell you how strong the consumer is. I'm so sick of hearing it. When their consumer sentiment is at historic low, small business sentiment is at a 10-year low. Are you kidding me? And we have record high credit card debt, record low savings. The consumer is really hurting. Household debt, $17 trillion. That means mortgage debt, auto debt, credit card debt, student loan debt, all high, all historic. And as I said, we've been having record withdrawals. People are pulling the money out of savings and their home equity and 401k. And that's all linked to decrease in income because inflation's higher than their income. But here's the things you look at. If you keep watching Winnebago, that's real discretionary income. People go in and they borrow money to buy one of these RVs. It's never wrong. It's never wrong. When that gets hit, when that part of the economy gets hit, you always know we're going into the tank. Never been wrong. Just like the pallet count. The pallet count simply meaning that lumber yards, they take the scrap lumber and they make pallets. You know, with all those yards, they're like square boxes. And if they're going to, let's say they're going to ship you a refrigerator. They have to load it up on the pallet. The forklift comes in, takes it, puts it on a car or on a truck. That pallet number is very important. I used to be in that business. I could always tell where the economy was going to always be an indicator 6 to 8 months out. Never fails. And the other thing, again, UNH, always look at that. Healthcare. Healthcare is one of the first one to get hit. Take a look at the stock. It got hit. These are the things you're going to learn, how to identify how a market's going down. But listen to this, too. They're saying over and over every day that we're in this big stock market boom. We're not in a stock market boom. There's no stock market boom, especially when the Russell 2000 symbol IWM is not leading. You always got to watch the Russell. After a market goes down, after a market gets hit, watch the Russell. If the Russell doesn't come back first, symbol IWM, and it stays down, then that market, we're not getting a recovery. And all that's happening is, right now, you take a look at IWM, it's having a tough time because the regional bank crisis is keeping IWM down. It's keeping the Russell 2000 down, but nobody's going to tell you that. They don't want you to know that. They just say the consumer's strong. There's no stock boom. Here's why. Out of the S&P 500 stocks, just 7 stocks, Apple, Meta, Nvidia, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, and Google, which we own. We're up about 30%, and some of them are up even more than that. There's only 7 stocks. There's no stock market boom. There's a boom with just 7 stocks, and people are going to get killed. Think about those 7 stocks. They account for 88% of the S&P 500 2023 total gains. What are you, nuts? What stock market boom? We're happy. We're in them. What boom? What we have is a rally in 7 stocks. That's not very healthy, that rally. That means the rally is stretched thin. It has narrow leadership. It has bad breath. It has a lack of technical basis for any kind of recovery, never mind a soft landing. What are you, nuts? They're lying to you. Now all you got to do is learn how to sell short. That's all. Until the regional banks, and listen to me, I'm telling you the truth, until the regional banks strengthen, until the tourist traders, those with a herd mentality, stop treating Apple and Meta and Nvidia and Amazon, Microsoft as if they're defensive stocks, like they're Clorox. You know how they always tell you when the economy's going down, buy Clorox because they always got to use Clorox. Everybody needs Clorox. It was unbelievable the other day. People were jumping into Nvidia, thinking they're defensive, thinking they're like Clorox. And these we call them tourist traders. They have a herd mentality. They just follow everybody, just like a herd of cattle. And they listen to these people. They listen to these dopes. Stop listening to them. I continue to caution my membership all around the country. Look, you've got to be very careful with these tech stocks now. We got in January, February, March, and yes, we're up 30, 40, 50% in these stocks. But it's too late to invest now. If you weren't in these, don't invest in these now. Wait for the rotation that's going on. Again, we took money out of our tech stocks, and we leave some in, of course, and then we rotated it to our airlines. And then we rotated to cruise lines, and those are about 17, 22% now. After we're up 30, 40% on our tech stocks. But they're taking money out of those tech stocks now, and they're rotating it. They're putting in other parts of the economy. But it's not going to work. And I continue to caution my members, please do not chase those 5 tech stocks. And there's no bottom. We keep hearing how there's a bottom. October 13th is the bottom. No, there's no bottom. Not until they fix what caused the crash. We haven't fixed what caused the crash, the 38% crash. We haven't fixed that. What caused the crash are still with us today, including the yield curve. We're already seeing it. We're seeing now they're starting to rotate out of those tech stocks, going into the value stocks. And you're getting into tech stocks right at the wrong time. So join our gang, free for 10 days. Learn how the market works. Learn how to sell short. And then come to our webinar, June 24th. It's only $80. It's archived for 2 weeks. And you learn how the market works, what to look for. Look, we got bad leadership, man. I mean, nobody understands what bad breath is. No, I'm not talking about bad breath, you ate an onion. What are you, nuts? Leadership. It's stretched so thin, the market can't possibly hold. And the only reason, and the market isn't holding, you've got 5 stocks holding up 2,800 stocks. And then you got 5 stocks, got 7 stocks holding up 500 of the S&P stocks. Don't you understand what that means? As long as you got into those 7 stocks with us in January, February, March, when I told you to get in, you've made a lot of money. But now it's time to take that profit, because we don't have a market boom. We have a boom in 7 stocks. It's all fake. It's all fake. And wait, listen to this. Someone convinced me. For 13 years, the tech stocks went up 1,300%, 1,400%. Why? 0 rates. Now rates are at 6.5 and are going to continue to go up. What are you, nuts? No. They're not going to continue to go up. I'll explain when I get back. Join our gang. Go to our webinar. Sign up. Go to philsgang.com and sign up for both.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day, because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these 2 committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership, or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com, and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
All right. And it's going to be fun at our webinar. We always have fun. We always do. We really do. And you're going to learn a lot. And one thing we really press, like when you're a member especially, you got to learn how to sell short. It's so easy. Never mind about the fundamentals. When you listen to these guys on CNBC and all these financial programs, Fox Business, man, remember what their job is. Their job is to convince you that everything's going to be fine. To take parking space in your head, prosperity, hope, optimism, belief. That's what they do every day. They lie to you. They have to get the advertisers. And the three biggest networks, three business networks, those shows, they fight. Guns, knife, daggers for that money. Because when GM is going to put some money out, they have to fight for that money. And how do they fight? Whoever, whatever, whether it's Fox, if Fox can tell a better story than CNBC or Bloomberg, they get the money. They get the money. And they're rated. A friend of mine worked there. And they can track them and see what they're saying, if it's like the happy meter. People getting happy from what they're saying. Now, when people listen to me, it goes down the toilet. They don't get happy because I tell the truth. But they don't. So let's talk about what's going on. They're telling you that the consumer's strong. Do you really believe that the consumer is strong? I mean, it just drives me nuts when they say that. Listen.
So this is still a market very much being propped up by strength in consumer spending.
It's not being propped up. There's no market being propped up. The only thing that's going up are 7 stocks. For God's sakes, will they stop lying? 7 stocks. That's it. Yes, we're up big time with our airlines, 2 of our airlines and our cruise lines, but that's not what's leading the market. You got 500 stocks, the S&P 500, 7 stocks are booming. That's it. The NASDAQ, you got the same 7 stocks. Actually, you got 5 stocks in the NASDAQ, not the 7. And we have 50% of the money that's going into the Qs. 50% go to those 7 stocks. 25% of the money goes in the S&P going to the 7 stocks. We don't have a rally. We don't. We have a tech rally. And it's all fake. It's all built not on earnings. We don't have good earnings. Earnings are horrible, terrible. Now listen to this. Think of the headwinds. The reason why he would not raise rates. Okay, he lied to us, said he's going to raise rates. He's not going to raise rates because here's what he knows. He can't raise rates right now because he's got all that commercial lending. There's $300 billion in real estate loans sitting out there, and they have to be rolled over. And many of those loans are tied to the regional banks, and the regional banks are in deep trouble. And many of those loans, people are just going to walk away. Large corporations are just going to walk away, going to kill these banks. Banks are supposed to lead the market, not the tech stocks. So he has that big problem facing. That's why he's not raising rates from 5.25, going higher. He'll kill the banks. The banks got a bigger problem, the housing bubble that's going to start blowing up shortly because they just raised rates, the Fed rate to 5.25. The bubble I'm talking about between 2020 and 2022. That was a bigger housing bubble than we had under GW that blew up in 2006 when they raised the Fed rate to 5.25. Because remember, at 5.25, there's a big problem rather than at 0. So housing, it was 0. You can get a loan at 2%, 3%. Now at 5.25. That's the Fed rate, no more 0. You got to pay 7.5%. Now let's go to the credit cards. This is where people are spending the credit cards. It's no more 0. It's 5.25. And they add 20% always to that Fed rate. Whether it's 0, 1, they always add 20%. A normal credit card now is costing consumers about 25 to 27%. Is he going to raise rates? What are you, nuts? Auto loans. 0, pretty easy. 0 plus 3, you get a loan, especially a new car, 3%, no more. Now the average used car loan is 15%. So understand what I'm saying? And they're cheering and telling us, wow. Remember, the market went down 400 points when they said they're going to raise rates 2 more times this year. Next day it goes up 400 points because, they're celebrating. They're not going to raise rates anymore. They better raise rates because we have not won the war with inflation. But as I told you earlier, look, you don't have to worry about any of this garbage. They can tell you all they want, how strong the consumer is, strong. When the consumer is, how can a consumer be strong, for God's sakes? When his wages, when he gets his paycheck today, 13 cents of every dollar he gets is going to inflation. He's strong when inflation is higher than his wages? What a pack of liars. So, to make money, this is how the pros do it. And we'll teach you this, even if you just come for the 10 days free. You got to stay with the same 6 stocks, 7 stocks. Stay with those. And then you got about 5 bonus stocks. And then learn how to sell short. So when you stay with the same stocks and you know how to sell short, you controlling the market. Because if that stock goes up, you're buying it based on a color-coded chart, following the money. That stock goes down, you're going to make money as it goes down. See, right now, you don't make money when the market goes down. 401ks, you don't make money when the market goes down. Look, we have terrible earnings. Earnings is always the mother's milk of the market. And they taken the earnings, so we don't need earnings anymore. We'll just do zero rates. That's what they did in 2008. We'll do stock buybacks. We don't need earnings. We don't need productivity. For our stock to go up, we don't need profits. Let's use speculative stocks. Let's use tech stocks. We don't need profits with them. Value stocks, we have to have profits or they won't go up. Tech stocks are speculative. That's what they've been doing for 14 years. And now everything's contracting. Credit's getting tighter. Go try to get a loan. Try to get a loan on a house. Small business, you're screwed. You own a little small business, you want to get a line of credit, you're screwed. But I can tell you this. If you join our gang just for the 10 days free, come to our webinar. Come to the webinar, for God's sakes. $80 investment. Invest in yourself first before you invest in anything else. Then you're going to learn how to read the market. The biggest problem with people losing money, 80% of people lose money in the market, they don't understand how it works. They don't understand if the bond yield's going down, should I be buying tech stocks or should I be buying bank stocks? They don't know. They don't know. And they're just being told to buy something that benefits the brokerage house they're with. So it doesn't have to be painful. Most people start in the stock market and they get out. Then they think they can find this the bright broker. You got a hot broker. Everybody's got their hot broker. There's no such thing as a hot broker. It's easy to follow the money. That's all you got to do. And all you need is the best charts. The charts to tell you if the money's going in or out. Not just candlesticks that are red and green, for God's sakes. But I'm telling you right now, there is no hope that we're going to have a soft landing. And we're going to break those October lows. And when you got just 7 stocks holding up 500 stocks, what's that tell you? That's called bad breath. It's also called something else. You're screwed. But take advantage of that. Learn how to short them when Apple starts tanking and Microsoft. And we'll help you with that. Join the gang free for 10 days. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to